Good evening, family, friends, faculty, and fellow graduates. Welcome to Cochise College's 61st commencement ceremony. My name is Emma Wilson, and tonight I will be walking across this stage to receive my Associates of Arts while simultaneously earning my high school diploma. At age 15, I sat down in the second row of my first ever college class. I have been homeschooled my entire life, and for a long time, I wasn't sure where I belonged. Sitting in that seat that first day, I was terrified that pattern would follow me here. It didn't. That's what people often overlook about community college. Nobody ever pictures us. The student working full-time who still shows up. The parent studying after their kids go to sleep. The first-generation student carrying their family's hopes, and people like me, the one who never fit in anywhere and wasn't sure she ever would. Cochise never judged me for my age, but invested in me. My professors supported me whether I was failing or succeeding. And somewhere along the way, I stopped wondering if I belonged and realized that I did. I found community in Phi Theta Kappa and the Christian Challenge Club. I watched pottery students, welders, and culinary students come together at the Pit Fire Pottery Festival, strangers becoming something more. I grew up attending Cochise's cyber boot camps and youth arts festivals as a kid. As a student volunteering at those same events, I watched the next generation find their confidence, just like I found mine. That full circle moment is what makes this place unlike anywhere else. Each of us has a different story, but tonight we meet here, united by shared perseverance, growth, and the courage it took to start. And none of us arrived here alone. Every graduate has had someone who believed in them, pushed them, and refused to give up on them. Thank you, because tonight belongs to you too. So, as we celebrate this moment, don't just remember that you made it, but remember how you made it. Remember the strength it took, the courage that is now part of who you are. Because the future isn't waiting for you to be perfect. It's just waiting for you to begin. And that moment begins right now. Please rise for the graduating class of 2026.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the presentation of the United States colors and the national anthem. Will the gentlemen in attendance please remove their hats?
Present colors. Order, colors. March.
Please be seated. Thank you to the Tombstone Junior ROTC and the Sierra Vista Community Band for providing such a wonderful beginning to this event. On behalf of Cochise College, we welcome you to the 61st Annual Commencement Ceremony. We are delighted that you have come to participate in this year's celebration, which represents the culmination of this year's academic activities. It is my pleasure to introduce the platform guests who will stand as they are introduced. I ask that you please hold your applause until all have been named. Members of the Cochise College Governing Board, Mr. Don Hudgens, Chair. Ms. Stephanie Money, Secretary. Mr. David DePeso, Mr. Mark Farr, Mr. Steve Leader, and Dr. Sheena Brown, Interim Vice President for Academics, Dr. Wendy Davis, Executive Vice President for Administration, Dr. Jackie Allen, Associate Vice President for Student Services, Dr. Angela Garcia, Dean of Liberal Arts, Dr. Thomas Getzloff, Dean of Mathematics and Sciences, Dr. Beth Hill, Dean of Nursing and Allied Health, Mr. Quint Molina, Dean of Business, Career, and Technical Education, Mr. Cullen Scarborough, Dean of Workforce Development and Military Programs, Mr. Abe Villarreal, Dean of the Douglas Campus, Naren Adams, Sierra Vista Campus Student Government President, and Joel Sosa, Douglas Campus Student Government President. Also joining us this evening performing behind-the-scene tasks are Dr. Jen Wantz, Executive Dean of Community Engagement, and the 2026 Faculty Emeriti, Ms. Mary Coyle and Dr. Eric Lodge, who will be honored at convocation on August 10th. Leading in the faculty this year are Faculty Emeriti, Dan Gilmet and Dr. Eric Lodge. Thank you for your service this evening. This evening, the following community leaders are in attendance. Please hold your applause until all are named and all names are read. Cochise County Sheriff, Mr. Mark Daniels. Angela Landry, Council Member, Sierra Vista, as well as Chuck Patuchek, City Manager representing Sierra Vista, the City of Sierra Vista. Major General Rick Applehans, Commanding General of the U.S. Army Intelligence Center of Excellence at Fort Huachuca. Terry Romo, Sierra Vista Unified School District Superintendent, and Mr. Jason Bowling, SSVEC CEO. Let's give them a round of applause. At Cochise College, our all-volunteer foundation board accepts generous gifts, directs fundraising activities, and provides scholarship assistance to our students, including many of our graduates tonight. Please join me in giving the Cochise College Foundation Board a round of applause. Commencement allows us to simultaneously embrace our past while we celebrate our future. As outlined in the commencement program, the dressing in caps and gowns with all the pomp and circumstance embraces our academic traditions and history. Also dressed in academic regalia and seated behind the graduates are the faculty of Cochise College. Tonight, when you walk across the stage, it will be upon the recommendation of the faculty of Cochise College. Now let's recognize those faculty. Will the faculty please rise? Ladies and gentlemen, the faculty of Cochise College. Tonight, the processional was led by alumni marshals, Ms. Crystal Hatfield, Ms. Crystal Wheeler, Mr. Alfredo Romero, and Mrs. Gabrielle Romero. They, like each of you, learned, grew, and developed themselves while at Cochise College. Crystal Hatfield is a finance director and city clerk for the city of Wilcox. In 2010, she earned an associate's degree in business administration with high honors at Cochise College, where she was also a member of Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. She also earned a Bachelor's of Science in Commerce, summa cum laude, from the University of Arizona, and is currently pursuing a Master's of Public Administration degree at Watts College of Public Service and Community Solutions at Arizona State University. Crystal has been a math and algebra teacher and also worked as finance manager for Northern Cochise Community Hospital. Her passion is local government. Crystal has achieved both the Certified and Master Municipal Clerk and Certified Public Manager designations from Arizona State University. She serves on the boards of the Cochise College Foundation, Wilcox Against Substance Abuse, and the Arizona Municipal Clerks Association. Alfredo Romero has dedicated more than 27 years of his career to education. A 1995 graduate of Cochise College, he's experienced firsthand the power of education to transform lives and open doors. Alfredo has been a constant presence among the educational offerings in Douglas community. He has taught physical science, American history, woodshop, building trades, and social studies at the middle and high school levels. He has served as an associate superintendent at the Center for Academic Success, taught part-time for the Cochise College, and is Correctional Education Program Supervisor for the Arizona Department of Corrections. He has won the Arizona Department of Corrections Rehabilitation and Reentry Southern Arizona Supervisor of the Year Award in 2023, and the Arizona State Prison Complex Douglas Administrator of the Year in 2022. Alfredo volunteers to help coach Douglas High School boys soccer and volunteers on the Cochise College Foundation. He holds an Associate of Arts from Cochise College, a Bachelor of Arts in Social Studies from the University of Arizona, and a Master's in Curriculum and Instruction from the American College of Education. Gabriela One Romero has dedicated more than 27 years of her career to the field of education, shaping lives from elementary school classrooms to adult correction facilities. A 1995 graduate as well of Cochise College, She later transitioned to the University of Arizona and earned a bachelor's in arts in elementary education and then a master's degree from the American College of Education. She spent 16 years teaching third grade before moving to the middle school to teach reading language arts for 4 years. For the past 7 years, she has been teaching incarcerated adults at the Arizona Department of Corrections. She has been named a who's who among American teachers, honored as an employee of the quarter, and celebrated as the Southern Region Teacher of the Year. She has volunteered her time to the local community as a coach for AYSO soccer. Attending Cochise College is a family tradition for her, as 2 of her 3 children have also attended. Cochise College offered Crystal Wheeler an opportunity to complete a degree she'd begun pursuing 15 years earlier. It also inspired her to earn a bachelor's degree in business at Wayland Baptist University. Crystal's career in education began in the Marana Unified School District, where she spent 15 years before transitioning to roles as the assistant to the Dean of Sciences and program assistant to the Executive Vice Chancellor for Finance and Administration at Pima Community College. When her husband's work brought him to Cochise County, she joined the Cochise College family in January of 2016 as the Executive Administrative Assistant to the Vice President for Administrative Affairs. Prior to joining Cochise, she was a CNA and earned a business diploma from ITT Technical Institute. In 2017, Crystal turned her thoughtful diligence to serving the college president and the governing board, a role from which she will retire this June. Crystal, you will be missed. Like these alumni marshals tonight, graduates are poised to impact Cochise County, the state of Arizona, or any place that they choose to reside. Thank you for being here tonight and for helping our graduates. Tonight, we will award 1,216 degrees, 25 of which are our first ever bachelor's degrees. 800 certificates will also be awarded tonight. The youngest graduate is 17 years, the oldest is 69. Many of our graduates are active duty service men and women stationed around the world. Although they may not be with us or be able to participate with us here tonight, we celebrate their accomplishments and provide a streaming option of this ceremony. Some graduates tonight wear red and white and blue honor cords signifying their status as veterans of the United States Armed Services. If you are a current or former member of the military, please stand and be recognized. Members of the audience, please join me in thanking these graduates and all of the servicemen and women for their service to this great country. Graduates, families, faculty, staff, honored guests, and members of our community, thank you again for being here tonight to celebrate this important moment. Today is about achievement. It's about perseverance, and it's about possibility. There's a moment that I've seen play out many times. A student sits in a parking lot before their first class. The engine is off, hands on the steering wheel, and in that moment, everything can feel extremely real. Work responsibilities, family obligations, even financial pressures. Doubt about whether they can really do this. They take a deep breath, they open the door, and they go to their first class. From the outside, that moment may not look like much, but it really is everything. It's a decision to try, a decision to move forward, a decision to believe in something different is possible. Graduates, many of you may have had that very moment. Maybe it didn't happen exactly that way, but maybe it happened in the kitchen table late at night after a long day. Maybe it happened in a quiet moment when you asked yourself if you could really do this. And then you answered the question that the only way that really matters. You showed up. And today that decision brought you here before us. This milestone represents hard work, sacrifice, and determination. You balanced responsibilities, worked through challenges, and kept moving forward when it could have been easier just to stop. And you did it. You should be proud of what you've accomplished. And to the families, friends, and supporters here today, thank you. Your encouragement and support made the difference. Today I want to talk about what made this moment possible. And to me, that's resilience. Resilience is not something that you have or do not have, but it is something that you build. Every challenge, every class, and every step forward help you build it. The decision to start, that decision to keep going, that is resilience by design. And at Cochise College, we strive to help students build that resilience every day by meeting students where they are and supporting them through real-life challenges and responsibilities. And that matters because the world that each of you is stepping into will continue to change. Jobs will evolve, industries will shift, technology will advance. As Charles Darwin once said, it is not the strongest who survive, but those that are most responsive to change. Your ability to adapt and to continue to move forward will matter more than ever. And it's something that you have now. We see it in the students who work during the day and attended class at night, in the parents balancing school and family responsibilities, in the individual who returned to college after years away and questioned whether or not they really belonged. Step by step, you move forward. Confidence grew, skills developed, and you began to realize something important. You are capable. But today is also about community. Cochise College is stronger because of you and people like you, and so is the county. Many of you will remain here in Southern Arizona and contribute in ways that strengthen our region and our communities. And even if your path takes you elsewhere, you carry with you the values, work ethic, and the resilience developed right here. Graduates, you will face many challenges, but you are prepared. You have already done hard things. You made the decision to begin. You made the decision to continue. And now you're making the decision to move forward. That's resilience by design. So continue to show up. Continue to take the next step, even when it's uncertain, because your journey has already proven this. You are ready. You are capable. You are resilient by design. Congratulations, class 2026. We are so very, very proud of you. And now, I'd ask Dr. Sheena Brown, Interim Vice President for Academics, who will introduce this year's student speaker.
Today marks the beginning for our students as they transition to the next phase of their lives and careers. Since commencement celebrates student achievement, it is only fitting that we would hear from one of our graduates tonight. Sean Harrigan is a mother of 2 with 3 bonus children and 4 dogs. She has been attending school off and on for over a decade. Initially, she intended to be a lawyer, but now has the goal of earning a master's degree in therapy to help others overcome many of the hardships she has also had to face. Her goal is to continue her education with the University of Arizona, where her own counselor and friend obtained her counseling degree. Sean has volunteered with Girl Scouts, Cub Scouts, and a robotics league. She currently assists newly disabled individuals at a vocational rehab to help navigate benefits and services. Please welcome to the stage Ms. Sean Harrigan.
It is an honor and pleasure to be here tonight. I'm sure some of you here today are excited, and some of you are terrified. That's okay. I've been both. Graduating at my age with an associate's degree was not what I had in mind when I first embarked on my education journey, but it has become one of my proudest accomplishments. I started working on this degree shortly after high school, but as a single mother of 2 young children, I decided to put my education on hold. It wasn't until my children were in their early teens that I decided to go back to school after having serious discussions with my doctor, who encouraged and inspired me to follow my dreams and get a better education. To make a long story short, I decided to return to Cochise College to finish my original degree to transfer to the university I had my heart set on. But something you will learn in life is that plans don't always go the way you expect. 3 days after I met with Cochise College, I began to lose the vision in my left eye. Within 2 weeks, I couldn't see anything out of my left eye, leaving me with only my right eye, which I was born legally blind in. After a battery of painful tests, I was diagnosed with NMO, a rare autoimmune disease that attacks the optic nerve and spinal cord. It is very similar to MS. However, the attacks are usually more severe and permanent. I was told at 32 years old that my vision would not return. At this point, I was devastated. I wanted to give up and let everything go. But I had 2 teenagers who were counting on me. So I made a choice, and that is something that every one of you will have to do at different points in your life. You will have to choose whether to give up or to fight and keep going. I entered vocational rehab, where I learned to walk with a white cane, navigate a computer with a screen reader, read and write in Braille, and even cook with a visual impairment. I endured hardships I never expected, but each day I would fight and refuse to give up, no matter how badly I wanted to. And that is something I want you to remember, that even in the hardest of times, though you may not have everything figured out, you just have to keep pushing forward. Eventually, I was able to return to school, relying on assistive technology to get me through, which made learning even more difficult. But I persevered and came through with high grades, leading to recognition and a realization that I am capable, no matter the circumstances. Along the path I've had to take, I've learned some things that I want to pass on to you. First, not everyone is going to understand you or your journey. Some may doubt you, and many may tell you that you don't belong. But don't let that stop you. You belong wherever you decide to show up and put in the work. Second, you are stronger than you may realize. There is a strength inside of you that may not yet be discovered, but you will find it when you need it the most. Life has a way of forcing you to see just how much you can handle. And third, it is okay to ask for help. Lean on your friends and family on those days when it feels like you can't go on. They want to be there for you more than you know. Without my friends and family, I wouldn't be standing here today. They gave me the support I needed during the worst of times and the comfort I needed when I thought I couldn't go on. I owe everything to them. 9 years ago, when I lost my vision, I thought my life was over. But I now realize how wrong I was. Almost 4 years ago, the doctor who inspired me to return to school hired me, and I now have my own office where I serve as a medical assistant administrator. I've made amazing friends working there. I've rekindled with a man who supports me and allows me to be as independent as I can. Last year, I even bought a house on my own. True, most of you will not face the challenges that I specifically have, but you will have moments when you feel like you're starting over from scratch. Instead of taking it as a setback, take it as an opportunity to shine. So to my fellow graduates and everyone here tonight, please let this story speak to you and be a lesson. Do not give up. Even when it feels like the odds are against you, when it feels like the world has it out for you, when it feels like you don't have an ounce of energy left, do not give up. Take a breather, reassess, and get back out there. Don't let anything hold you back from being all that you can be and maximizing the potential deep down you know you have. Do not give up. Thank you.
And now we would like to recognize those individuals for whom the ceremony is intended. These are the students of Cochise College who have fulfilled the requirement for graduation. Guests, we have provided a photography section behind the graduates on both sides of the aisles. We ask family and friends to utilize these spaces for photographs and to quickly return to your seats to avoid obstructing the view of others. Please note that we have the students on the big screen as well as they cross the stage with their name and degree. Graduates will receive copies of their stage photos in a couple of weeks at no charge. The interim vice president for academics will present the class of 2026, and the governing board will confer the degrees. Dr. Brown and Mr. Hudgens, would you please join me?
Dr. Perry, upon recommendation of the faculty, I am very pleased as Interim Vice President for Academics to present the members of the class of 2026 who have applied for candidacy for the appropriate degree or certificate.
Members of the governing board and members of the class of 2026 whose names appear on the printed program have applied for candidacy for the respective award at Cochise College, and I am pleased to recommend them to you for conferring the appropriate degree or certificate.
For the first time in Cochise College history, will the candidates for the Cochise College bachelor's degree please rise?
As the governing board of Cochise College, and with the powers vested to that board by the state of Arizona, to each candidate having completed all academic requirements, I hereby confer their appropriate bachelor's degree with all the rights, privileges, responsibilities pertaining thereto.
The candidates may now transfer the tassel in recognition of having earned the appropriate degree. And I see you're already making your way to the platform.
Eric Maurice Bailey.
William Wyatt Schrader.
Stacy Barrios.
Randy Chavez.
Lisa Marie True. Claudette Murray.
Marizella L. Bennett. Leslie Flores.
Will the candidates for Cochise College Associate's degree please rise?
As the governing board of Cochise College, and with the powers vested to that board by the state of Arizona, to each candidate having completed all academic requirements, I hereby confer the appropriate associate's degree with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
The candidates may now transfer the tassel in recognition of having earned their appropriate degree. Marshals, please escort the candidates to the platform.
Nathan Dallas Smith.
Deborah Rose Nelson.
Sean M. Harrigan.
Priscilla Venegas.
Denise Pinillos Bolaños.
Philip Adams. Isaiah Manuel James.
Naren Adams.
Gisela Marie Orozco. Abigail Rubio.
Connor Fenn.
Paula Renee Padilla Perea.
Lily Wadsworth.
Jesana Ochoa.
April Leanne Stoner. Carla Jean Townsend. Kyle Velasquez Goodwin. Jaden Tyler Schmidt. Antonio Ruelas. Emma Wilson. Jimmy Rodner Madrid Lopez.
Hannah Dibaju.
Hildardo Navarro.
Juan Carlos Galindo Jr. Isaac Daniel Brandt. Shay Analoyam Grant. Alan Yvonne Leon Martinez.
Jada McWhite. Sebastian McLean. Sylvia Isabel Paul. Amy Danai Martinez Hernandez.
Michaela Levon Bennett.
Miranda de Jesus Samaniego.
Joseph Robert Sarnacki. Eduardo Antonio Soto. Maya Miller.
Katsia Alvarez. Karen Lynn Insalaco.
Paulina Serrano.
Stephen Charles Insalaco, Jr. Daniel Allen Barrow.
Simone Allison.
Logan Fitzpatrick. Andrea Malin Gardner.
Linnea Cervera.
Matthew Quinn Bastion.
Joshua Hamilton.
Damian Bustillos.
Ethan Brown.
Clarissa Bianca Campos. Deanna Marie Colwell.
David Joseph Arvizu.
Allison Paige Doty. Ashley Maria Taylor Lerman. Sandra Lawson. Lee Leo. Brian Joseph Ches.
Tiffany Hedgedus.
Emily Rebecca Fabella Hauses.
Vivian Angeline Seeley. Elizabeth Martinez Vejar.
Araceli Monique Almazan.
Isaac P. Monghe.
Desiree Marie Soto.
James Otis Ensign.
Stephanie Sobarzo Zacarias. Sean Schofield.
Valerie Durazo.
Joy Christina Sanders.
Leah Elizabeth Parita.
Natalie Leilani Andres.
Janitza Carelli Avechuco Cordova.
Alberto Grijalva. Selena Adriana Aguilar.
Alexis Grijalva.
Nevea Nicole Clay.
Diego Esteban Martinez. Ashley Suzette McCottrell.
Emilio Antonio Martinez. Jan Silvas.
Angela Nicole Baldez.
Haley Adriana Vasquez. Julia Nicole Valenzuela.
Scarlett Robin Collier.
Elijah Adams. Ian Bolin. Justin Cash Keith.
Christian Molina.
Jimena Soto. Paulino Andres Ramon. Luisana Valeria Quijada Villalobos. Angel Rocha.
Alexander Hughes.
Jorge Refugio Padilla.
Itzayana Dominguez Gracia.
Blazon Wood.
Camila Guadalupe Leyva.
Caleb Andrew LaQuay.
Antonella Samaniego. William Wyatt Simas.
Alexa Hernandez. Kira Liu.
Morgan Simus.
Melissa Kirkland.
Aiden Bustamante.
Daniela Torres.
Levi LeBaron.
Daphne Lopez.
Luke Lawson. Wanda J. Betty. Cassidy Burkett.
Ana Jimena Vega Cardenas.
Tanner Tesarillo.
Stephanie Keller. Brianna Garcia.
Bo Williams.
Jacqueline Martinez. Ethan Tipton.
Gemma Araiza. Samuel Ellison. Astrid Abril Cantua Alonso.
Nina Lucille Buckle.
Kristen Nicole Sedlock. Amber Ramirez Terran. Brooke Hope Spitzka.
William Shane Harden.
Samantha Danielle Mige.
Olivia Iris J. Chavez. Mackenzie Elizabeth Aarons Grizich. Melissa Acosta.
Joshua Eric Meinhardt.
Sierra Baldwin.
Samuel David Samaniego Garcia.
Lesline Salim Penge.
Haley Aranzulo.
Jace Johnson.
Alicia Marie Natalie Fennell.
Diego Martinez.
Daniel John Torres.
Samuel Lucas Courtney.
Jose Mendez.
Cassandra Lisette Angelino. Jaquetta Rachel Griffin.
Courtney Hans.
Ángel Daniel Dominguez.
Catherine Nicole Arellano.
Alma Rivera. Mindy Anita Bennett Serafini. Timothy Michael Maher.
Renee Adair Villanueva.
Christopher Regert.
Socorro Frisbee.
Mac Sargent.
Aliana Flores.
Nicole Justiniano.
Michelle Louise Pereira.
Pauline Jeanette Bowen.
Brianna Lynn Hadfield.
Nayan Rodriguez Moreno.
Michelle Figueroa.
Wendy Daniela Enriquez Chavez. Mia Sole Gutierrez Andrade. Camila Noemi Garcia Arroyos. Paola Borges Guerrero. Manuel Eduardo Carlos.
Claudio Estrada.
Raul Pizarro Gastelum.
Sebastian James Davies.
Afton Liam Mosley.
Roberto Alonso Dominguez.
Anastasia Kathleen Benner.
Samantha Taylor.
Jordan Muriel Emilia Griffin. Alejandra Jacqueline Gutierrez Tapia.
Aritza Valenzuela Mendez.
Vanessa Inzunza. Saxony Eaton.
Luis Héctor Cornejo.
Anastasia Ividel Ball.
Serenity Marie Hamilton.
Mackenzie Page Shaw. Noah Joshua Nelson.
William Curtis Ha'aheo Maoloa Ellis.
Andrea Daniela Ortiz.
Shawneen Dixon.
Angela Ochoa Suarez. Alexander Najar.
Jamie R. Brott. Andrea Barco.
Corina Giselle Robles.
Paulette Barco.
Ana Sofia Perez Araujo.
Yasmin Guadalupe Murrieta.
Fatima Gonzalez Mares.
Nicole Fidelis Moreno.
Gloria Mafoma.
Sadie Marie Hectus.
Victoria Sanchez.
Alexia Verdugo.
Davion Carrasco.
Dakota Cheyenne Barrowclough. Amanda Olivia Encinas Estrada.
Brandon Arvayo.
Angel Ruel McLean Bennett.
Laura Dixon.
María Fernanda Daniel.
Cara Lee Ebersole. Edeline Espinoza Figueroa.
Paulina Orozco.
Jacqueline Helwig.
Omar Arocho Gonzalez.
Shannon Letitia Williams. Hannah Lee V. Mosley Skinner.
Lorena Luera.
Christopher Adrian Tovar. Sol Monteverde.
Danielle Nicole Hamer McGagan.
Jacqueline Ray.
Jocelyn Loreto.
Jocelyn Abril.
Elizabeth Castillo.
Claudia Peralta.
Maria Fernanda Colores Samaniego. Matthew Ryan Fagley.
Ashley Ramos.
Shanine A. King.
Ashley Olivares Ocano.
Natalie Mundo Bowers.
Katie Olivares.
Elizabeth Erin LaValle.
Mariana Chavez Grijalva.
Aleida B. Avechuco.
Hallie Hansen.
Flor Elizabeth Tapia.
Macy Fowley.
Tyler Michael Haar.
Riley McRoberts.
Braulio Barraza Betance.
Hannah Inez Post.
Diego Grijalva Cruz.
Alyssa Rose Bewerlin.
Jesus Daniel Gomez Rivera.
Jayla Alexandria Rowe.
Alicel Idali Encinas.
Sergio Salazar Solis.
Daniela Paula Serna.
María Alejandra Satizabal Riascos.
Shayla Lynette McGrady.
Stephanie Vasquez Cerron.
Lisa Marie Kennedy.
Angelita Carlos.
Jasmine Williams.
Maria Fernanda Lopez Ibarra.
Alan Paul Perez.
Diana Amaya Tadei.
Arlena Michelle
Ana
Hodges.
Yareli Velasquez Alday.
Naomi Yvette Fimbrace.
Emily Lisbeth Tavares Zamora.
Joshua Watt. George Williams IV. Burton Wallace Schwartz II. Julio Singh.
Ashlyn Ann Lewis. Taylor Alia Hernandez. Andrea D. Lemmy. Constance D. Gray.
Sarela Durazo Morales. Brian Martinez. Gemma Arellano. Jerónimo López.
Adenary Hernandez. Andy Durame.
Go ahead and go up there. What was it, Brittany Lewis? Go ahead.
Brittany Lewis.
Will the certificate candidates please rise?
As the governing board of Cochise College, and with the powers vested to that board by the state of Arizona, to each candidate having completed all requirements, I hereby confer their appropriate certificate with all rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
The candidates may now transfer the tassel in recognition of having earned the appropriate certificate. Marshals, please escort the candidates to the platform.
Are they supposed to say something? Go ahead.
Zayla Bultieres.
Abigail Marie Manley.
Jade Alexia
Excel
Cotaya.
Alexandra Dominguez Gracia.
Sadie Lorraine McGee.
Sophia Danielle Coronado. Genesis Lopez Lopez.
Regina Othon.
Brianna Lalani Peralta.
Alyssa Adriana Orozco.
Diego Antonio Romero.
Brad Arthur Colvin.
Ezequiel Gonzalez.
Brianna Lee Watkins.
Yandel Abril.
Anlina Wagner.
Pedro Hoyos Saucedo.
Jesse Lee Marquez.
Jessica Jacqueline Duarte Favela. Melena Rosa Galligan.
Andrea Galvez.
Andrea Lisbeth Villegas Leyva.
Oh, it should be 1 and 1, but they're delaying it by 2.
Viridiana Gutierrez Madrid.
Mario Alberto Rojas Gil.
Kaylee Erna Gross.
Alexa Tostado Leyva.
Jennifer Elizabeth Lopez. Brissa Duran. Chelsea Hayden Doran. Marta Lucia Durazo Chano.
Caitlin M. Strawn.
Carmen Mariela Fernandez. Rotze Flores Alegria. Fatima Carolina Ketzel.
Nathan David Webb.
Sofia Sabreros.
Clarissa Dean Solorzano. Alia Michelle Trujillo. Julian D. Peterson.
Mateus Angel Villalobos Garcia.
Kimberly Contreras Carrillo.
Michael Brenda Porras.
Camila Alarcon.
Laura Black.
Perla Silvas.
Jean Hosanna Brown.
Astrid Elise Velez.
Grady Alford Butler IV.
Avonlea Grace Parker.
Yanette Nelsie Cardenas. Lorelei Jane Helton. Janelle Yaley Barrios.
Bibiana Bonet Villalobos. Arath Romero.
Osiris Alex Espinoza. Yahir Grijalva.
Valeria Solis Cazares.
Jahnavi Jalen Beard.
Adriana Romero.
Amis Diarce.
Naomi Urias.
Brandy Gaxiola Ortiz. Emily Lorette Gomez Lopez. Yeralexi Castillo.
Ivana Aimee Marino. Naima Elizabeth Rivera. Leonardo Molina Salcido.
Kayleen Alexandra Rivera.
Carlos Leonel Molina Romo.
No va a salir tu nombre, no va a salir tu nombre para que
Yamilet Fabiola Arenas.
Kevin Alejandro Molina.
Melissa Janet Bustamante.
Selena Michelle Yaki.
Valente Arellano.
Celine Perez Grenoble.
Anthony Adalberto Molina Sotelo.
Natalia Ailsa Guzman. Corey James Kaufman.
Stephen Daniel Sickling.
Camila Camacho.
Nevaeh Nicole Wiggins.
Darren Armenta Leon.
Miguel Angel Castillo.
Anthony Novoa.
Kayleen Anne Marie Hunt.
Sebastián Corrales.
Alondra Paredes.
Leon Chase.
Nashira Alexander Abshire.
Evan Doris. Danitza Hernandez Rios. Anthony Joseph Herrera. Michelle Guerra Lopez. Joseph D. Bradbury.
Syria Julieta Solis.
so tiny, let me hold it. Wait, look at the screen first. Look at the screen. Iker Campo.
Renee Pulsifer.
Iker Campa.
Maddie Stretch.
Brandon Daniel Porras Tapia.
Jennifer Lynn Mahfood.
Edgar Eduardo Coronado. Nirin Kwasui. Annalyn Gastelum Chon. Jacqueline Adriana Cordova.
Niobe Rivera.
Andres René Fimbres.
Fernando Rogelio Lozano.
Dante José Duenes.
Julio Lazania.
Taylor Charisse Green. Christian Alejandro Galas.
Xavier Jaques.
Sebastian Razcon Merencia.
Dana Paulette Rios Montoya.
Didier Gerardo Guajardo.
Go ahead and go up there.
Carl Taylor.
We want to thank you for sharing this occasion with us. I want to acknowledge and thank the Commencement Committee and the college's facilities and maintenance staff who worked throughout the year to make tonight special for our graduates and our guests. As a reminder, traffic flows in a one-way direction. To facilitate a safe and efficient exit from the campus, shuttle pickup for the campus services lot is on the northeast corner of the Science Building, and the shuttle service to Buena High School and Cochise College driving track is at the flagpole. Please drive carefully and follow the directions of security and law enforcement. There will be a short after party in the Student Union while we wait for the shuttles to load our guests. At this time, we would ask that you please stand for the recessional and remain standing at your seat until all of the graduates have exited. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2026, this concludes our 61st commencement.
Thank you.